auntie and them would go pawn it, or my uncle and them would go pawn it, because they'd be off on drugs. My mama was the auntie where if CPS came and got all the kids, my mama going to go get them. My mama was the backbone of the family. When crack hit the family, homie, my mama was trying to rescue everybody. So that took a lot away from me and my brother. So that exposed me and my brother to a lot of shit.
I remember you said your pops was in like the Navy or the
my
Army
dad
or
was
something.
my dad was retired from the Navy. My mother worked from General Motors, so the blue collar worker in the Navy.
She got it in when it was good. One of the first ones. One of the first.
Great benefit. I had free medical insurance all up until I was like 25. We were getting savings on.
She was one of the first ones. That really got put Detroit where it needed to be as far as like the black community, like the big three.
Not only Detroit, homie.
Yeah, it's the South area.
That was the backbone of America, the blue collar worker.
Factories.
That built the
that built the suburbs.
Yeah, that built the suburbs.
That built the suburbs.
So I was a product of that, homie. First generation. My mom, our mothers. Our mothers, homie, are first generation beneficiaries of Dr. King's dream. We second generation. So that they passed the 1964 Civil Rights legislation. My mother was born in 1960. I was born in 77. The 80s was prominent for black people. Very, very prominent.
I feel like that was like the golden era for Black America, man. I don't think, I ain't gonna lie, like since I moved down here, I'm from Detroit. Yeah. So like since I moved down here to Houston, like I've been feeling that era. I've been feeling that like, okay, like Black America, they got some good global healthy shit going on down here in Texas. Like they look good. Blacks look good. I ain't even talking about on no street shit, just legit living, just all the way moving around. We down here.
We're thriving, homie. We're thriving.
Facts. I like that. You know what I'm saying? I like. It don't look like it's stagnant down here, man.
No.
In the cultures and shit like that. Like I love that. But I wanted to ask you is like, boom. I know you wind up you caught your case from a murder case. Like, can you break that down and explain like how all that happened?
Playing gangster, homie. I used to want to be poor. I never know what it felt like to be poor.
That shit.
I used to run away from home and go stay at my poor partner's house. I remember with the 8th grade year, nigga, I wanted all Dickie suits. I wanted a whole Dickie suit. I wanted Dickie suits. I had every Dickie suit for the dead. I wanted to be gangster, homie. So out of delinquency, I was a juvenile. Delinquency, homie. And so I didn't do drugs.
Was you gang banging then?
Nah, gangs hadn't entered into our world yet.
Okay.
The gangs hadn't entered into the world yet.
So just a bunch of just.
Well, it's just a bunch of juvenile delinquency, homie.
Just running around, just doing shit.
Breaking bottles. Breaking windows.
Spray paint and shit like that.
Yeah, knocking over mailbox. So that type of shit.
That's crazy how that shit can change to now where, like now, doing shit like that is unheard of. When you used to do shit like that growing up back in the day, that was just some.
Well, they still doing it because that's the progressions of delinquency. It's just that they doing it at 5, 7, 8. Breaking bottles. You know what I'm saying? Writing on shit. So delinquent behavior is always there. That's the progression of crime. You start out being. Delinquency is not necessarily criminal. Because boys are gonna, boys gonna be boys. So it's our culture. When I come outside, I don't care what my mother and father is teaching me. There's a culture out there that goes against what I'm taught.
Right. And the culture is bigger and louder voice than your mom and dad.
You're goddamn right. That's your peers. That's what's on television. That's the way you dress.
That's when you pick up your phone.
Yeah.
All type of
so nigga, when I'm 11 and 12 and 13, Here's the introduction of gangsterism to Black America.
You said something about colors. I remember you said like.
Yeah, that's
that
19. I'm about 12 years old. I'm 1988, 99. So after colors, what a nigga started doing, wearing bandanas. And I remember niggas seeing Rocket and High Top, nigga. When Rocket and that nigga, and both of them was sitting down. Now they were brothers. In the movie, both been brothers. They killed each other.
Facts.
Nigga, I used to say that's the way I want to die. As a kid, I used to say that. Because the culture is now being drilled into us. The propaganda is beginning. Because that's what it is. These images begun to become propaganda to fuel mass incarceration.
And you know what's so crazy? That you speak about colors, because they actually like they did like a whole segment on colors and colleges breaking it down on the impact it had on the youth at that time when gangs was just getting up, started thriving. Next thing you know, here come this movie. And this shit spread. You right?
Nigga, gangs was unknown to America before then.
Then here come colors.
Yeah. It commercialized it. And it made it part of a subculture called gangster rap. I often say this a lot. Confucius says, "He who controls images controls minds. He who controls images controls minds. He who controls images controls minds." What image supersedes dad? Gangster.
Facts.
Real nigga.
Street nigga.
Street nigga. Killer. Pimp. Hustler. Lil Wayne said a 9 to 5 is overrated. And many fathers put food on the table with a 9 to 5. So if something is idolized and something that is admired and something that is worshipped and it downplays your father, then the image of your father have been assassinated. That's why kids not sitting around listening to what their father say. It used to be a time kids sit around and sneak to hear what daddy say, what daddy talking about, listen to daddy conversation. Little boys who have a father that ride in the car with their father get that opportunity. When daddy on the phone talking, daddy, they get to observe and monitor the words of their father, the actions of their father, the mannerisms of their father. Children who don't have access to their fathers, what do you think they mimic? A son can do nothing but what he see his father does. He can only do what he see his father does. And children mimic what they see and repeat what they hear. A motherfucker, if you see a kid that cuss a lot, that means a lot of cussing around. Right. If you see a kid that can fight and know how to fight and always fight, then that means he's either being hit on or he's being around and seeing something get hit on. That's how you can almost check the temperature, and judge the behaviors of children. Because children mimic their environment. Little motherfucker hunching and molesting, well, he's being exposed to some sexual shit. If that's why psychologists and psychiatrists, for a child who they think that's been molested, they'll put that kid in a room by itself with some dolls, teddy bears, a bunch of different toys, and let that kid play. At some point, that kid is going to start displaying sexual behavior toward the dogs. That's a known fact.
That was the study. I remember seeing
that. Yeah, that's a real study.
I remember seeing that.
So that's what they mean by children. All you got to do, homie, is just sit back and watch. So when children go to school, the first 30 days, teachers shouldn't do nothing. Just sit back and just watch these motherfuckers. Their behavior, the shit that they say, is gonna come out. The shit their parents say to them go come out. The shit that they see is gonna be displayed in their behavior. All you gotta do is just sit and watch them. Nigga, when little boys come and when I be at football games, I watch little boy. I see the little boy who hit everybody. I see the little boy who say, "Then why you hitting everybody? You can't stop hitting people. Guess what? In school, that's all they do. Yeah, Mr. Charlie, he get in trouble. I said, man, all you gotta do is just study children. They'll tell you, and their behavior will reflect the environments they come out of.
So hold on. Not to cut you off. Like you be at football games with like kids, like watching footballs.
Yeah.
So you mentor?
No, I quit mentoring, homie. I help who I and I pass out money. I got $20 for an interception. I got $20 for a quarterback sack. You run a kickback back. I got $40. So I go to inspire and encourage.
So let me ask you a question though, like real shit. It's curious. Why that ain't on the internet? Why we don't know about that versus knowing about the bullshit, the drama, the confusion. You know what I'm saying?
It is on the internet. I spent my first 7 years on the internet. That's all I did.
That shit.
Yeah. I came to the internet showing that, but the internet don't want that, homie. All of that is on the internet. Let me show you. I tell people all the time, they can Google my name, Charleston White. Just like they go look up them videos, they can Google Charleston White.